Okay, so on this video, I want to show you just what I do in the meantime while I'm on standby. So when you are in the green, I'm not on priority hour, so I can choose whether or not I want to be visible or if I want to be invisible. So since I'm not on priority hour, then I'm not forced to be online for that hour that I signed up for to be visible to take calls. So you can log on whenever you want to and not even choose priority hour. So for example, I don't do that many priority hours. I really don't. So here, like today, I only have one priority hour here at 11. And then tomorrow I signed up for 2. And then I don't really do any on the weekends because I want my weekends not obligated. Because if you choose priority hour in advance and then someone decides to reserve you, they can actually reserve your time during that priority hour that you had opened up, and it would automatically be approved because you're telling Cambly, hey, I'm committing to this time. So right now you see it's 10 a.m. my time. It's not in black, meaning I did not commit to this hour, but I can be online any time of day that I want to. So any of these grayed out, if I want to be online, I can be online right now. I can be online if I want to. So I chose to be invisible just for the sake of showing you a few things that I do in preparation of my day to teach. Okay. So reservations. Here are my reservations for today. I just did a reserved class with a child here. And I have reserved time that I have available that is not priority hour. So someone had asked, can I do priority hour and reservation time? Yes, you can have it overlap. So whatever your reserve time is, you can just have people where they can reserve you and not even do priority hour if that's how you want to work. If you just want to work off of reservations only and not commit yourself to Cambly saying, hey, no matter what, I'm going to be online for this hour, so you can give me whatever, you can just do reservations. So this blue right here is reservation only. And I had this available. No one booked this, but I do have a reservation at 10:45, 11:15, 11:45, 12:15, and then I have 2 reservations tomorrow. And then you see that priority hour there. The rest of my day is just open for now. But I'm telling Cambly that, hey, I'm committing to this time right here. I'm going to commit to that time no matter what. You could just give me what you like. So let me show you here. So for example, reservation availability. This is my reservation time periods that I put. And you see it's not black because I chose to not choose priority hour during this time. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm reservation only and I don't do priority. And you'll get there, especially when you add on the kids. You'll get to that point. So priority hours when you just take whatever calls come at you. Reservation only, you're setting out a schedule for yourself ahead of time, and people can reserve your time. And if they don't reserve it, you don't have to get on, period. And then if you need to cancel, you can just message, cancel the thing and just message that you have to cancel. Now, too many cancels will make you look like you're just not reliable, and it will lower your bookings if you make yourself available. The good thing about reservations is once they request your reserved time, you don't have to take that appointment. You can say no, or you can accept it. It'll come to you as, hey, will you accept this reservation request? And it's up to you whether or not you want to take it or not. So I have my schedule set out. You see all the way up. I know that in May, I'm going to do something. This is my daughter's graduation day. Yay! Wednesday, the 22nd. May 22nd is her graduation day. So I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be doing this day, but I'm not doing anything that day. I'm just going to, do my Dada classes and that's it. And then Friday that weekend, we might take her somewhere and do something special. We haven't decided yet, but that's the freedom that you have. So you see my availability here. Now, at the same time, if I wanted to overlap with priority hours, I can do that. One other thing I want to point out with your availability, you see here, now that I'm with Cambly Kids as well, you can make your available slots for anyone. You can make it available for only your regulars that you have. You can make it available for just Cambly Kids. So if you get to the point where you're just like, I only want to teach Cambly Kids, I don't want to teach the adults, I only want my slots for the Cambly Kids, you can open up reservations and make it only available for Cambly Kids. And you can do that. Now, mind you, if you choose priority hour, and even though you say Cambly Kids only, you're going to get whatever calls come at you. It's not going to just be Cambly Kids. You're going to get whatever calls. So you're going to get some adults, you're going to get kids, you're going to get both. But if you say Cambly Kids only for your reserve times, then you would just have to wait for them to reserve you, if that makes sense. Priority hours means miscellaneous calls. That's what that means. Miscellaneous. So keep that in mind. Priority hour means miscellaneous calls. You don't have control over who you talk to during priority hour. Unless if you have an appointment, then your appointment time, your reserve time trumps the miscellaneous calls. So say they're running late and a miscellaneous call comes in, but then your reserved person starts to call in, you get a notification. You can let that person go, be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I have a reservation, or I have a call that's coming in. However you want to explain to that person, you can let them go and take your reserve time. Okay, so there's so much. So I don't want to make this video really, 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 really long explaining just one thing. Okay, now let me show you how I get ready for my day. So here's my dashboard. So say I wanted to be visible. I become visible, or even before I am visible, I like to go to my library here. Like, I have pulled a lot of things into my library, and you can go in and you can edit your library. You can do whatever you want to edit your library. So you can add more, and it'll take you to things that they have available, and you can add these things into your library. You can look at them before you add them if you want. Be like, what is this? Do I want to add this as an option in my library? So it's up to you to choose what you want to do. And I think, I have a lot of business people. I think this would be awesome to add into my library. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that. You can add things into your library. You can look at different things, or you can just not look at it, just add. You have to have things added into your library to be able to pull them up in the middle of class, unless if they already have a lesson chosen for you. You click your library button and it'll take you to your library to pull up what you would like to pull up to teach. And these over here are things that I've uploaded myself. You can upload your own websites that you find and add it to your library. And so I found some pretty cool ones that I have uploaded myself. And so I like to go, especially when I know I'm doing priority hour and I'm going to get miscellaneous calls. I will have like a tab already ready to go with something. I'm like, you know what? This looks good. So maybe I'll suggest being surprised. And I say, okay, would you like to role play and practice reading? And this is beginner. So a lot of the miscellaneous may be beginner. If this is too easy, or if they just say they just want conversation, I found this really cool site right here. Conversation questions for the EFL classroom. I actually Googled conversation questions for the EFL classroom. And this is what came up when I Googled it. And look at all these. Look at these topics. Look at this. Buku topics. So then I'll just have this open. So then when they say, oh yeah, and they just want to converse, pull something up. Pull something up. And you don't have to send them the link because you're just asking them questions. And so, well, I don't like this one. Say, I have a headache. What should I do? So maybe you say, if I have a headache, what should I do? What do you do when you have a headache? You can copy and paste it into the chat box. You can reword it and just type the question in there, however you want to do that. And then it'll start conversations and help them practice with you. So those are some tips for you as far as how reservations go with Cambly Kids, reserving anyone, miscellaneous calls, and how I kind of get myself ready so I'm just not a deer trapped in headlights when I get someone that has absolutely no idea what to talk about. They don't have a lesson picked out, don't even want to do a lesson, but they want to have a conversation. There are so many different websites. So don't forget the video I showed you on how to do the split screen so that you can separate it like this. So you can still see them over here and do this. This is another thing. Lately, Cambly's been doing this thing where the ringtone is muted. I don't know why this has been happening. You just turn it back on. So this is a hassle if you walk away from the computer and you're logged in as visible and you made it so that you can hear it from across the room if it rings. It could be a hassle if it goes to mute. So just keep an eye on that. That's been something that's been happening for the past 2 weeks. It's some glitch in the system. So I hope they fix that soon. So hopefully this has helped you. So if you have any other questions or need anything, I'll let you guys see me for the day. If you have any other questions or, if this wasn't clear, maybe it's clear as mud for you. If it wasn't clear, just leave me a question or a comment down below. Okay? So, beautiful people, TTFN.